Welcome aboard, mateys! I'm Shara Bloodier, the Gamer Pirate, and this is my channel, where I do whatever the fuck I like. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a character in GGG. What is GGG? Goof, Gore and GUNZ is a tabletop role-playing game similar to Dungeons & Dragons, but it's better. It's better because I'm making it, and I am biased, very biased, 100% biased. The world of GGG. The apocalypse is here. The world is doomed, and soon every living creature on the planet will die. Lost to dust, ground into nothing. Death and destruction are the only things waiting for you. However, there was a lie. There was not one apocalypse, but 50, each uniquely equipped to kill everyone, each promising mass graves for everything you've ever cared. So prove them wrong, gather your friends, pick up your weapons, and summon a demon, and start blasting. The apocalypse here, and it's time to fight, because that's the only thing you have. That's your only option. Fight until you die, and fight to inspire your allies. In GGG, you play as a possessed, someone who's made a deal with a demon in order to gain power to fight the various apocalypses. Apocalypses. The setting is a mix of sci-fi, fantasy, and modern. You're very likely to see a wrinkly old man named Sir Clonculus riding a tiny unicorn, shooting his AK-47 at a spaceship with a furry head. The setting is meant to encourage wacky and goofy moments that get the players emotionally invested in the characters around them. Then your GG/game guide sucker punch you by massacring all your friends. It's a D20 system. Roll high, good stuff happens. Roll low, bad stuff happens. The game has 7 stats. These 7 stats are used for any test roll. A test roll is any uncertain or perilous situation. The system relies on a "can I convince my game guide/GGG that I can use the stat?" logic, and so it's meant to be flexible. It's also meant to be rely on your trust. Trust in your GGG is making a good call, and trust that your players, if you are a GG, isn't going to exploit you. The 7 stats are bulk. Your muscles used to lift boyfriends, throw off your pecs, and intimidate. Agility, how dexterous and precise you are. Agility is used to sneak around, pickpocket, and do acrobatics. Health, how good your general health is. Health is rolled when rolling to resist poison or examine someone for injuries. Brains, big brain time, used to understand complex problems like science and engineering, remembering details and understand magical effects. Willpower, how stable your mind is and how indomitable your will is. It is used to resist changes to your mind, resist being influenced by others, and used to manipulate complex spells. Perception, your ability to observe and see the world as it truly is. This includes sensing the hidden meaning of lies, spotting hidden creatures, traps, or objects, finding minute details on an object. Charisma, or CAR, represents how much your character's personality draws people in. Charisma tests can be attempting to persuade a guard to let the party through a restricted area, lying to a mob boss that you did in fact not kill Big Tiny's throat. Alright mateys, let's get sailing. Here's an overview of what goes into a GGG character. Class, ancestry, experiences, stats, health, and equipment. I'll explain things slowly and explain things as we go. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments and I'll probably answer. But in fact, will definitely answer because I only have, last time I checked, 63 subscribers. Anyway, basically nothing. There are 10 classes in total. Today I'll be using the Gravity Knight as an example. The Gravity Knights are chivalrous knights who seek greater power than what their mortal bodies had to offer. They are willing to sacrifice themselves to protect others. Each class has a class resource, sometimes referred to as a special resource in the beta document. Each class gets to use their class resource for specific actions. The Gravity Knight gains protector points through their center of gravity ability. center of gravity creates a 2-meter radius around you. The game uses meters. 1 meter equals 1 hex/square. The radius is referred to as your aura. Whenever an ally within your aura is targeted by an attack, instead, the attack is directed at you. If the attack misses, you gain 1 protector point. For example, the goblin sniper tries to shoot Jim the wizard, but rolls a 14. Because Jim is within the 2-meter aura, the attack instead goes to the scarred lady. She has an AC of 16, which means the attack misses, and the scarred lady gains +1 protector point. If the goblin sniper shoots Jim the wizard again and rolls an 18, the attack still is directed at the scarred lady, and she will take the damage, leaving Jim safe. The Grav Knight is a tank. It is a very tanky tank. It does the tankiness. Tank. At level 1, you gain access to all of your class level 1 abilities. The Gravity Knight gets Gravity Pull. You point at a creature and tell them to get over here. This can be to get enemies into bonking range, allies to get them out of bonking range, or to position allies to do a big attack. Gravity Backlash. Whenever you take damage, you can blast them back. Pressure Gravity. Throws all enemies in your aura, so it's harder for them to escape the bonk. Once you've selected your class, you stick with it until you reach level 5. If you level up after that, then you start at level 1 with a new class. You still keep your old class's abilities. We'll throw all of this onto our character sheet and then move on to Ancestry perk. Each character can select 2 different ancestry perks from the entire list of 21. They do not have to be from the same species. Hybrids characters are very likely, and I encourage them. There are 7 types of species: humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, robots, spiderfolk. Mega mimics, who are slime people with a love for order, and glitters, who are undead bunny people with a love for chaos. For this example, I'll keep things simple and grab the Dwarven Poison Beard, which grants poison resistance, and the second perk is Glitter Deathlessness, which means we can stand back up if we drop to 0 HP. There are many more crazy ancestry perks, like Dwarven Telepathy, Robotic Self-Destruction, and the Mega Mimic Fusion. Fusion will probably need its own video. After this, we'll grab our experiences. An experience is a past job, hobby, or formative part of your life that has granted you special skills. You may spend 1 class resource to get an advantage on roles relating to an experience you have for 1 minute. Experience can be anything, so you just gotta get your GG to approve. This is Sterling from Daggerheart, and I'm just gonna repeat what they say. Don't make your experience too broad. Talented or skilled don't really mean anything. What the fuck does that mean? So just be specific, okay? This relies on trust. Something like blacksmith, getaway driver, beast tamer, spaceship engineer are all perfect. With your experiences sorted out, you will want to get your stats done. You have 5 power-up points, aka pup. You may spend 1 pup to get +1 in a stat of your choice. You may -1 a stat to get +1 pup. At character creation, the lowest stat it can be is -2, and the highest it can be is +3. You also start with 0 in all your stats. If you wanted to make sure that everything is right, add your stats together and make sure that they're equal to 5. Then, if that's true, then you're all good. You also get proficiency modifier, which at level 1 is +2. Every time you reach level 5 in a class, your proficiency increases by 1. Your proficiency modifier is used for stuff that your character is skilled at. Each stat also has a stat difficulty class, or DC, which is used to determine how difficult a certain test roll you inflict onto others will be. You calculate your DC with this formula: 8 plus proficiency modifier plus your stat modifier. The Scar Lady has a proficiency of +2 and has a perception of +2, so she has a perception DC of 12. 8 plus 2 plus 2. Now we can calculate our max HP. At level 1, you take the maximum roll of your class's health die. For the Grav Knight, that's a d10, and add it to your health modifier. Then you multiply the added numbers together by 3. That's your starting HP. Finally, you pick your equipment. You can grab 2 weapons you are proficient with. Weapons have 3 sizes: small, medium, and big. And there are 3 weapon categories: melee, gun, and magic. Grav Knights have access to all melee weapons, small magic, and small guns. We want more armor for the Grav Knight, and so we'll be getting the Taj Shield, and a spear will be good for bonking with. You also get to pick up 10 items from the basic equipment list. This is a list of 20 items found in the items section of the game. The Scarred Lady is going to grab steel armor, a normal backpack, some rope, and the rest are going to be a collection of grenades and healing potions. You can pick up 2 weapon mods from the basic mod list. Each weapon has 5 modification capacity. You can attach any number of compatible mods onto a weapon, provided you have modification capacity. Each mod states how much mod capacity it uses in the mod cost. Mods with the basic keyword work on any weapon, while others will specify what they can be attached to. We'll grab the Venom Gland for extra damage and the Spray Stone, which allows you to move whenever you bonk. To finalize, this goes over the basic of character creation. You pick your class, you get your abilities, grab your ancestry perks, learn your experience, choose your stats, calculate your health, and loot your equipment. Anything here sounded cool and interesting to you, go find the GGG beta on itch. It's free, and I'd love to hear your feedback. The link is in the description below. Thank you for watching. I am Cheryl Bloodier, the gayest of all the pirates.